Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Let's see. We're going to start in 30 seconds. Give me some time. So if you have any questions, you can type in the questions in the chat room on YouTube Live and on Kajabi platform, and then you will see me after. We'll have a separate Q&A sessions. Okay, welcome, welcome. Just setting up. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm just posting some announcements. We will get started. Feel free to put in some questions, chats, what you're looking for today, and we'll get started in 30 seconds here. Alrighty. All right. I was gonna put on some music, but then I heard some, I figured it might be distracting. So we are starting soon. We're waiting for just folks to join in, usually a couple of minutes, courtesy of all this Zoom world. Okie dokie. I don't know if you can hear, but there is some construction going on in my background, so please bear in mind. But welcome to Move with Jenna, Bulletproof Your Back webinar. I'm going to share the screen now. Can anybody see things on the screen? Can you see the screen well? Can you give me a thumbs up in your chat room? Is it working good? All right. All right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to get started. It is officially 10:03. Welcome to Bulletproof Your Back webinar. And this is my first webinar, and I'm super excited to have you here. It is my 5-step practical guide to strengthen your back in just 8 weeks. I know it's a bold claim for busy professionals. And I'm so glad you're here. We have a ton of value coming up. And again, I am also simultaneously launching my Bulletproof Your Back program today, which is my coaching program. And I'm going to talk more about that at the end. And so first, let me introduce myself. So I'm Jenna, and I'm a certified Pilates instructor based in LA. And welcome to Bulletproof Your Back webinar again. My goal here is to help you learn how to only invest 20 minutes a day and fix your back pain. I know it sounds too simple, too good to be true, but I've done it. I've seen other people doing it, and now I think it's really time to spread the good words. So I hope you can really get to that point. Hope you get to learn a ton of value, ton of valuable learnings from this today. I have so much to prepare. I'm so excited to share this with you. And my goal is for you to just have the opportunity to feel like you're back in control of your life, because I know that back pain sucks. I went through it, and I'm going to talk more about that. My slide just disappeared. So what type of back pain is it, right? We have so many diagnoses, and there are spinal stenosis that the discs are kind of disappearing and added vertical pressure in your spine. There's what's called spondylolisthesis. Sometimes, the vertebrae get out of alignment and creates instability. This is actually what I have. I'm grade 2 spondylolisthesis. And so it continues to shift. So you have to put rods in your body in order to they say that, but I'm going to go more into the other better ways to work with it. Then you have scoliosis and sciatica pain, which are very well known. But no matter what the pain is, the point is you can live a back pain free life without a spine surgery. I know. And people might say, what's wrong with spine surgery, right? Um, well, I want to say respectfully, there are many spine surgeons who only do very minimally invasive surgery only when it's absolutely necessary. But because of our sort of fix it right now mentality, I think there's this vending machine mentality about surgeries. That you have pain, oh, you take Tylenol. Oh, you have back pain, you have like bad, X-ray. Then let's just do surgery, right? And oftentimes now and more, the studies are showing that surgeries are sometimes, if you're not really backing up with the right lifestyle changes, like your sleep, exercise, how you live, basically, the symptom usually comes back within a few years. So, true story. I have a grade 2 spondylolisthesis and stenosis and scoliosis. And now I live a pain-free life, and I help the clients do the same. So first, let me just tell you about why I do what I do, why I post on Instagram, why I'm trying to make this program, Bulletproof Your Back program, and I've been talking about it from the top of my lungs. I've been really trying to share this goodness with people. And this will require me to talk a little bit about myself, so bear with me. So my story is that from very young age, I was a mover, I was a dancer, I was that kid who was like, running around in tutu and ballet class. And I took dance classes all through my teenage years. And even when I was an adult working 9-to-5 job, outside of that 9-to-5 job, you could always find me in a dance studio. I would take 3 classes a day. It was insane. And I was that, flexible, bendy, like person. So I would always do the side splits and a bunch of back arches. Then one day, I experienced really sharp pain in my back, especially like in the lower back. And so I went to the doctor, and then the doctor diagnosed me that I have a degenerative disc disease. And I was like 28. And so I was like, what do you mean I have degenerative disc disease? Like, how can I fix it? Why did this happen to me? And the doctor just told me that this is something that comes with aging. And now you're late 20s and you've been moving your body a lot. So it came a little earlier. And it's only going to get worsened as the time goes by. So you better have the surgery now or else. And what he said is that, you can see my x-ray, that's my x-ray, that the spinal gaps are decreasing. So discs are quickly disappearing. So this was actually just in the matter of a year. So if you just continue, then eventually the vertebrae will come closer, discs will disappear, and then, the nerves will get trapped and you won't be able to walk. I'm just like getting emotional just talking about this. You won't be able to walk. You won't be able to dance ever again. So you better get your act together and put rods in your body now. And I came home extremely sad, and I thought about it. And I was just thinking, like, I didn't do anything wrong. If anything, I exercised, and I'm way too young to have this kind of diagnosis. And I was just super depressed because I couldn't take dance classes no more. And so I was just really in a devastated position. And then again, not only this news was shocking to me, the back pain was so bad, right? It was kind of like the feeling of my entire back was super stiff, like a stick. And I had to kind of carry that around. Like at night, in the middle of the night, I would have like a sharp pain. And I would get woken up and I would roll out my yoga mat and like try to do the stretches. And mind you, like I was a dancer, so I already knew how to kind of do a lot of stretches, but none of the stretches will help. This pain like will not go away, even if I like bend forward and do side splits, everything. So I felt the stiffness and soreness, and I remember just like not having a good sleep because of that. But beyond the pain itself, what was most upsetting was that I felt like back pain was really hindering my life. So I remember, again, I loved taking dance classes. Like it was my thing. And then, but doctors obviously told me to just rest up and like don't take dance classes. And so I didn't take dance classes for a long, long time. And then I actually tried to go once because I was just like, I'm gonna push it. Like I'm gonna do it. And so after I did some, like PT rehab exercises, I went there. And then in the middle of the class, just as we're learning the choreography, I could not do it anymore, and I just had to like step out early. And it was just people looking at me because these are all people who used to like dance with me all the time. Like, why is Jenna like different, And like I had to be super awkward and stepping out in the middle of the class, just sit outside. I remember watching them just really hopelessly, and it was really bad. And then also socially, I felt like whenever my girlfriends asked me out to, like, let's go shopping, like I would just be very nervous. Like, what if, because I can't stand up for too long, or I can't like sit down for too long either. So I felt like, and I didn't know when the flare up was going to be really bad and when it was going to be okay. So I would join the shopping and then shopping session, but then I would like sit in a food court for the majority of the time, and I just felt. I mean, my friends understood, but it felt like really alone. And then the same thing happened whenever someone asked me to go hiking, or even like long distance road trips. And sometimes like sitting down for too long and driving for that long would flare up the back pain. So it just felt like the life was really limiting. And it's like the back pain like sucked the joy out of my life. And at the same time, I was really, really devastated. And so I was desperate to find solutions and how to fix it. And obviously, doctors gave me some muscle relaxer pills, like Tylenol type of things. And then they gave me some shots. And, it lasted for a while, but it would come back. Manual therapy, acupuncture, massage, and then some chiropractor adjustments. Everything, I can't say like they all worked in a way. But what was problematic is that it was just quickly coming back, right? The back pain will go away for like a week or 2 weeks, and then it would just come back. So it didn't feel like sustainable solution. And at the same time, I didn't know when the back pain was going to flare up. So I was just in this very confused situation. Then one day, my physiotherapy person told me about Pilates. Like, hey, like I hear it's really good for core strength. You should try it. So I decided try Pilates, and I went to like a Pilates studio, like searched on the internet, like found the closest one, and I walked to the Pilates studio, and I was kind of like, oh, this is gonna be expensive, because Pilates is known to be like expensive. And then they told me that I needed to take a private class because I have a back pain, and they don't want to like flare up the pain during the group class. And so I was like, okay, like it's a lot of money, but okay. So I signed up for a private Pilates, and really oddly, after just like 1 to 2 sessions, I could feel the strength. Like I could feel the pain decreasing, and I didn't know what quite helped, but it was really odd. It was different than the relief that I got from any of the pills and shots and like a chiropractor adjustment. It was more like secure. It made me feel it made me feel supported and stronger. It's like as if I had a back brace on. Like it felt like that for like maybe like 2 to 3 days, and then if I don't exercise, it will go away. So I said to myself, this is it. This is what's going to give me a permanent relief. So I kept at it and I kept at it. But there were two problems with Pilates. Um, One was that it was a lot of money. So, like I said, like here in California, it's like anywhere between like 90 to like something like $150 to per session to take 50-minute Pilates session with the instructor one-on-one. And so to do that like 2-3 times a week, and like we're talking months and like years here, right? To get the relief and like get the kind of core strength, like the body doesn't change in a year, a body doesn't change like just in a week. So to do that, it was a lot of money. And thank God I had like very lucrative 9 to 5 job at the time, so I could afford it, but it was still like very hindering. And second, this is actually worse. I found out that certain movements actually would flare up my back as opposed to strengthening my back. So like I would feel like really good, and then I would go to a Pilates session, and Pilates instructor, she's a certified like very legit instructor, really good instructor. But she spondylolisthesis is kind of rare, and because she had learned in the textbook and she might not have like gone through it, there were some like you know very legitimate Pilates exercise that she would give me because she thought I was ready, but it would not suit my body. Doesn't make sense. So it was really nobody's fault, but it wasn't really working out because I would get the flare up, and then I had to kind of rehab from the flare up again. And so it was like a constant healing cycle all over again. So those were the two problems. So I didn't give up though. I knew that this relief was really something there. So I kept at Pilates. Through trials and error, I learned that different Pilates workouts they work for different back conditions. And some Pilates workouts don't suit for my condition, like spondylolisthesis. So I realized that back pain is often caused by simple imbalance in the body. And to truly heal, you have to work on improving that balance, and Pilates works really great for that. And also, not only the exercise, you have to change your lifestyle along with doing the exercises. So I improved my walking habits, diet, and sleep, posture, and how I set up my desk and how I lift things up. And, all these little changes in my life that I found out during my journey are baked into my Pilates program, Pilates for back pain program. So it's not just the exercise, it's about carefully selected exercise plus what I did to fix my back pain and what has been working for my clients. So now, not only I have BYB online program that I will be launching today, actually, and I will be sharing more with you throughout this webinar. And also I do in-person back pain workshop, and this one in Santa Monica, Mighty Pilates Studio. I did back pain for Pilates session to basically my goal is to help clients take back their control of their lives without the fear of back pain. Does it make sense? Back pain will not go away like that, but you'll decrease pain and you will know about your body, so you will know what to do when back pain flares up. That's my goal. Let's take a look at what they call x-rays of normal spine. So doctors usually told me like that the spine has to be straight. There should be pelvis and spine sitting on top of it. We call it lumbopelvic stability. And there should be gaps between the vertebrae, beautiful, very regular gaps, right? So basically, if you don't have this, you have an issue, is the narrative that I kept hearing. Well, I feel a little naked to show you this, but this is my actual x-rays. And if you can notice, it's very different than the normal spine, quote, normal spines. So I had scoliosis This is like when I actually had the initial flare up. It was going on to the X-shaped curve, so it was really bad. This is after 2 years of Pilates. I don't know when this happened, but it really gotten straightened up. And I was just like mind blown that my bones can change like this after I became a grown up, especially. This is my spine today. Well, it's like a year ago, I think. I do barely have disc, in my left of my L4 and L5. I mean, to my previous doctor's note, I should not be able to walk because the nerves are trapped already. But I actually live like very pain-free life, and actually I feel better than any time before, ever before. So what I want to say is that no matter what you've been told, X-rays don't define your back health. Okay. Again, this is like just snippets of my previous 2-3 years. I'm teaching Pilates, but also I travel. I can like get on a boat, paddle boarding, dance classes regularly, and not afraid of like long airplane rides. And I feel like I'm living my life to the fullest, to be honest. At this point, back pain, spondy, like those are all just like my little friends that I kind of have to go with, and I'll manage them, right? They sometimes like peekaboo and let me know like I'm still here, but honestly, 99% of the time, I'm pain free, and I'm here to tell you that you can do the same. And it's not just me. I've been working with dozens of clients recently to struggling with back pain. And not only I tell them the Pilates inspired exercise, and I also give them coaching of their lifestyle and what they need to do in order to alleviate their back pain. And you can see the alignments just really improving in different cases. So all I'm asking you is 20, maybe 30 minutes a day to show for yourself. Again, this is not some like supplements or magic solutions that I'm talking about. This requires consistency, right? Showing up every day for yourself. Trust me, you can do this. But it's about you. Who is this for? So this is for those of you who are suffering from back pain, whatever the cause is. If you're suffering from back pain, or maybe you don't know the diagnosis, but you have like non-specific back pain, just aches, right? This is for you. This is not for you, and it's very important to stress this. If you're looking for some quick pill solution, some passive treatments, or if you think that you can just like join the course and you can just magically, I'll do all the work for you. It doesn't work like that. It definitely needs an active work in yourself. So if that's your expectation, feel free to drop out now, and I wish you the best, but that's not what I offer. But if you are ready to invest 20 to 30 minutes a day, and if you're freaking tired of back pain, and you're so confused about different solutions, so you've been like spending so much time and money on these, whatever the temporary solutions that we hear. And if you want to feel confident and free in your life to do what you want without the worry of back pain, this is for you. And I can confidently say I can help you. So I've personally walked the same path that you are on for years, and through many of my trials and errors, I've developed very streamlined process that will allow you to cut through all the noises and mistakes and flare-ups and find relief rather quickly. And I'm telling you, within 8 weeks, I mostly start to see the decreasing trend of the pain, and I will show more of the testimonials at the end. Oh, this one first. So Margarita was one of my clients, and she found relief in just 8 weeks. But she worked at a restaurant where she had to stand up for her work all day long. She had a bad case of stenosis, and the vertical pressure when you stand up and then carrying heavy things didn't really sit well with her stenosis. And so her pain got worse and worse, and she was advised to have a surgery by her doctors, and she was looking for some alternative solution. And I had Margarita do 20 minutes a day, core strengthening exercise that is safe for stenosis. And because she was standing up working all the time, I gave her the options where she didn't have to roll out a mat at work, but she could stand up and do a lot of traction and some of the remedies that she could do while at work. And that helped her so much. So this is her words. You can also find her video in my Instagram channel. I feel like my life is back to normal without annoying back pain, and I feel so much better, right? And then this is literally what she sent me on DM, but this is exactly the goal of BYB. She feels like she's back to normal life. This is the sensation that I want you to have after taking and working in classes with me, that you get the sense of control. Like even if it flares up, you know what to do, and then within like 1 or 2 days, you're done. You're good to go. Whereas before, flare happens, and then like we like make a reservation to like PT or Cairo, and then you have to like do this and that, and you never know when it's gonna end. So I want that control for you. But first, let me do some myth busting. So the common beliefs that people have, that you might have heard for, this is a solution for back pain, is what I would like to just quickly go through, and then I'll go more. Again, heads up that I'll be constantly talking about, at the end, I'll be talking about the BYB program because it's launching today, and I believe that this can really help you. And there's special opportunity for discount at the end, and some perks for people who attend all through the seminar or webinar. So please stay tuned. First myth is that rest is best solution for back pain, right? How many times have you heard this? Rest, take some pain medicine, minimize movement. We'll see you in 2 weeks and see what we can do, right? All of these things work. Again, I've done it, but they're not sustainable. They come back, right? The pain always comes back. The back pain happens due to an imbalance in the body. So simply put, like just look at this lumbopelvic area. The muscles that are holding up the bone has to be balanced in order for you to break this imbalance. So at the end of the day, you have to work the muscles, right? Muscles and bones work together to sustain our body, right? If you don't strengthen your muscle, then whatever adjustment you do, whether it be acupuncture or chiro, and like these are really great options, but it'll come back because the muscles are imbalanced. Does it make sense? So it took me a long time to figure this out, but it's so simple if you like really sit down and think about it. So you have to put in work for your muscles, even if you have pain. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that, right? Myth number 2 is that Pilates and yoga, they're both really like good for back pain. They're very similar, right? No. So instead of like telling you like more textbook answers for this, I decided to kind of showcase you examples. Let's look at all these imbalances in the body. These are common imbalances. I'm sure you could pick something that is closest to you, but I decided to pick the old me. So I used to look like this with a big flare up in my rib cage, arched back, and my lower back was always really like crunched up, and it just felt like I always had tight low back. And let's say this person goes into a yoga class expecting relief from back pain, but he is constantly opening up the chest, right? And you do this type of like full body movements that are not really providing you specific relief for that low back. So in a way, this particular person will intensify the pain if you go to yoga class. Again, yoga is awesome for some body types. I don't have time to tell you about all about it, but I'm just taking this really common body type example. Whereas this, feel free to take a screenshot of this if you're this body type. These type of exercise, again, will be so beneficial for this body type because it works the asymmetry of the body, lumbopelvic stability, core strength, glute strength. So Pilates and yoga differ fundamentally in their approach to back pain relief because Pilates allows you to focus on identifying and strengthening only the weak muscles, restoring the balance to your body. In contrast, yoga involves more full body exercises. So you're likely to continue to move with existing weaknesses rather than specifically targeting that muscle. Does it make sense? So yoga would work for someone who's having back pain because you're overall like super tight. But I think if you have imbalances that are driving your back pain, then Pilates is definitely a way to go. I say Pilates is like physical therapy on steroid. And this is what I found out too, in a good way. So stay tuned. I'm going to talk more about that. All Pilates exercise is good for back pain. No, like I told you at the beginning, this was my mistake. You have to know your body type in order to find the right Pilates movements, right? Because I see so many people who just say this, like, oh, I'll just go to like Pilates studio, I'll like, take classes. Or, oh, Jenna, you say like Pilates is good, but I took a group class and my back just totally got destroyed. What's up with that, right? Again, not all Pilates exercise are good for back pain. So for example, what's good for sciatica back pain can be detrimental to spondylolisthesis and stenosis back pain. And these are the things that I talk about in my workshop and in my 8-week program for BYB online program. So again, feel free to take a screenshot. I feel like so bad that I can't like go into detail about this because it's such a fascinating topic. But there are some common exercises that work for both cases that just kind of generally work your lumbopelvic stability and core strength. So this is why I created this program. It's so important to identify your body type and your specific weakness. And number 2, to work with a Pilates instructor who understands your back condition and your body type and the exercises on how to help you. So what is BYB? It's Bulletproof Your Back program, and it's my signature program that I have streamlined all of these factors to help you with your back. And again, I'll expand further in the end. My program only requires 20 to 30 minutes a day. And a lot of the clients tend to see 6 to 8 weeks, they tend to see visible decreasing trend in their pain, and they regain the control of their life. And that's exactly what I want for you. But for the webinar purposes, I do want to tell you quickly about 5 steps to back pain relief plan for you. This is what I promised at the beginning, right? I want you to, whether you join my program or not, I want you to get the most out of this program, with this webinar. So first of all, it is paradigm shift. Oftentimes, we get into this mentality that we need to find a new doctor. We need to find a new PT. We need to find a new massage person. We need to find that thing. But this is fundamentally something that we need to shift from. The only, like the mentality that says, Only when I find someone that I'll be relieved from back pain. Instead, we need to think you have the control, you have the ownership of your body. Other professionals will be there to help and guide you. But ultimately, you are the CEO of your body. Take control. This is really fundamentally the most important thing. University of Michigan study actually backs this. When you feel that you don't have control over some topic and you have fear-based beliefs, the study suggests that the negative thoughts actually are demonstrated to decrease the likelihood for you to relieve back pain effectively and quickly. And a lot of studies suggest similar things, right? And this is a quote that you probably heard a lot of times in the internet. No one is coming to save you. No one is make your life right for you. It's my favorite quote. Your passive mindset of receiving the right thing has to change. No one is going to care enough about your back as much as you do. I know it sounds harsh, but it's true. So you have to make changes and believe that you can change it. Step 2, know your body type. Remember this photo? So in most cases, the imbalances are skeletal muscular structure that are out of proper alignment. What body type do you resonate with? And it's really hard to know, right? So when you join my program, I do what's called FMS body screening, and I'm trained in this FMS program. And this is actually essentially like 7 movements that a physical therapist or a movement professional will put you do in order to find the weaknesses and strength in your body. So if you go to like local physiotherapy office, it actually takes hundreds of dollars to just perform this. But I've baked into this my program. So when you join my program, you'll be able to see the full thing. Again, today I don't have time to go through all of it. So feel free to take a screenshot also for your future benefit. But here's more simple self-tests we can do. Let's actually do this all together. If you stand up, I don't know if I can show. If you stand up, let's find out if you're flexion sensitive or extension sensitive. So try this with me. Stand up tall, breathe in, and then first flex your body all the way and see how you feel in your back. And then extend to the back and see how you feel in the back, right? And then do this couple times. Do this couple times and see if you're sensitive to bending forward and sensitive to bending backward. And that in and of itself will help you hugely. Like when you take exercise classes, if you're like extension sensitive like me, because you have spondy or maybe something else, you want to avoid or be careful when you go on your belly. And any of type of like a Superman belly, lying down on the belly and like Superman, swimming, like all those swan, cobra type of things, you want to avoid that, right? And you want to do more core strengthening focus. If you're flexion biased, you actually want to incorporate a lot of the swan, cobra, McKinsey exercise, those things, right? So this is something that I go through in my program. And like John here, John was actually sciatica pain. He had sciatica situation. So he was very sensitive to flexion, or maybe he didn't know that, but he was, according to movement system screen. So what we did was a lot of lumbopelvic stability workout, and you can just see before he couldn't even touch the heels to the ground, but after he could do that, and he could also keep the spine more flat. So these are the type of alignment that I'm looking for, and he was able to achieve this in just 8 weeks. Step 3, train your muscles. Like I said, your muscles define the imbalances in your body. Breathing is so important. I'm going to invite you to do this together, right? Place your fingertips like this. So your thumbs meet and your index finger meet. Thumbs go into your belly button, and then place it, the thumbs right on the belly button. And then look at the screen and then breathe in. And think that your pelvic floor here is actually going down like a big balloon. And exhale. Pull that triangle together. Inhale. So your belly puffs up 360 degrees. And then exhale. Bring the triangle closer to your spine. So breathing is so important for your back pain. And everybody talks about core and breathing, and it is so true. But because we fall into this mentality, we often go for like search on the internet, core strengthening exercise. And sometimes we do things that are ended up being more harmful for us, like these exercises. So when you have sensitive back, again, this can be good for people with no back pain. But if you have sensitive back already, you want to keep your back lumbopelvic, so like the low back side, at least on the ground. So keep it stable and then do the ab curl and then lift your leg instead of V-ups or like sit-ups like that, okay? But more importantly, I told you the lumbar spine, pelvic. So lumbopelvic stability is really important to keep your spine happy. A lot of people overlook this one exercise and it kills me. So today I'm going to tell you, okay? Please take a screenshot of this. Side glutes. This is an important muscle called gluteus medius, which holds the balance. So this is the pelvis. This is your spine. Pelvis doesn't know where to go, then your spine's going to have more stability to find. It's like trying to stand on the ground when you have an earthquake. Your body will stiffen up. Your spine will stiffen up. So you need to create this very sturdy pelvis for your back. How you do that is through strengthening the side glutes. And this is arguably one of the best exercises for your back pain. So you lie down on the side, lift your leg, but not too high, right? Keep your pelvis forward and then lift your leg and then down. Lift your leg and then down, and feel that specific muscle group that I show you on the screen right now. So I hope you tried some of this. And again, this is all, when you join the program, it's all part of the curriculum. Step 4, this is just as important as exercise: lifestyle hacks, sleep, and nutrition. The truth is, maybe you work out, let's say you work out an hour. I said 20 minutes, let's just say an hour. But what are you doing outside of that hour? 23 hours in a day, right? You're doing all of this: sleeping, grocery shopping, working at a desk, doing laundry, picking up things on the floor, brushing your teeth. All these all these movements accumulate, and it'll eventually either work in favor for you or work against you. So we really need to address all of this. Not one thing will fix your back, just like the Lego blocks that you see. It's like when you start to do the right things, right movement patterns one by one, when you fix your sleeping posture, when you pick up things in the right position, when you fix your bags, how you like hold your bags, it's going to really add up so that you can fix your back pain. Actually, I like engaging, so let's try this one too. Oftentimes, one of the most common thing that I hear is when you sneeze, your back goes out because there's added pressure in your belly. So right, you will add pressure on your back. Sometimes your back really goes out. So make your hands like this, and then you're gonna glide your hand all the way to the top of your knee like this. So hands like this, and then glide down, and then just sniff an air in, and then this is what I call a secure hip hinge position. All right. And then you want to sneeze. If you have like a really big sneeze or coughing coming up, I'm going to tell you that is not really good for back pain when you have sensitive spine. So you want to get into this hip hinge position and then get the hands to support you instead of back doing all the work. And same thing when you like lift really heavy things, you want to go for that as well. So feel free to take a screenshot and try this out later. Number 5 is last but not least, really important, accountability. How many times have you thought this to yourself? Like, oh, I've done PT, but it really doesn't work for me. I've heard it so many times from my clients. And I wonder, because PT is really great. PT and Pilates are the two things that really work your muscles in an isolated format, like all the right things. But why? I think it's the consistency. I think sometimes people lack accountability when you just go into like PT office. And I think there is value in this like group coaching. Now that I've done it a few rounds, I can see that when you do it with other people with a similar condition, and when you do it with people who've already kind of gone through your situation, like willpower itself is not enough. But I also try to incorporate some of the behavioral science backed tips to help you stay on course with this program, so you can show up for yourself consistently. Again, John, I want to just kind of dial into his the case, because he found so much relief. And he was actually one of the most really hardworking client in a way that he would show up every day and he would record all of his pain tracker. So I actually, when you join the program, I'll give you what's called pain tracker, and 10 is the highest pain level and 0 is no pain. And you are asked to like kind of put the dots every day and see where it is. And this was John's pain trend. He started at 8 and all the way down to 2. And you can see in the middle, there are flare-ups, and he knows exactly what happened there. And then eventually it becomes less often and lower pain level. So he ended up just in 8 weeks, just graduated with level 2. And then he found that lumbopelvic stability. Jai from India. Again, Jai also put a lot of work. He was very vigilant, even though despite the time change with India and California, he was so always showing up for himself. And he said that, you can also find his video in my Instagram, but he said that he's met so many doctors and coaches, but because I had spondylolisthesis, that he found my program so helpful, and that he had such clarity in his mind after the program. His pain level was actually quite high. He said 8, but I remember him saying like he wasn't even able to sleep, wasn't able to like go outside and do the regular things. And then within just 8 weeks, his pain level dropped to 2. And again, you can hear directly from himself. But he incorporated all the exercises that I've had baked into the program, and also all the life hacks. And so when you really lean in and learn these materials and stay on course with other people to encourage other people, I think magical things can happen sooner than what you think. So your body has healing power to overcome your back pain. Are you ready to invest 20 minutes a day and fix your back pain? Also, are you ready to work with an experienced specialist and meet with people with similar condition that you have, and create the life you wanted without the fear and the anxiety of the back flare-up? Well, Bulletproof Your Back program is here. And again, I'm here to fast track your success. This is an 8-week coaching program normally, but I'm offering something special. So again, invest in 30 minutes a day. I say 30 minutes honestly, but I think really 20 minutes is enough as well. You will get lifetime access to all of my videos that's going to open week by week, and one-on-one personalized strategy. So I can't do every call one-to-one because of the number of attendees, but when you join, I make sure I go through one-on-one session with you so that you can get the full benefit of body type, understanding your body type, and you'll get all the videos and recordings so that you can follow on your time, and then join weekly session for our Q&A. What I aim to do is the three things I aim to do here is step-by-step curriculum. So you will be, again, you won't left to like figure out things on your own. I've done all the tests and trials. Like I said, I've made so many mistakes, and I found the shortcut exercise that happened to be most effective, and I'll give that to you week by week. All you have to do is just show up 20 minutes a day and follow those workouts. And not just the exercise, right? Like I said, the movement patterns is so important. So I'll show you the life hacks, how you adjust your sleep posture, how you drive, how you lift your baby, how to carry your bag, etc. And then for 8 weeks, we're going to do weekly coaching calls, right? And then after 8 weeks, I found that oftentimes the accountability factor goes down. So this time, on top of the 8-week Bulletproof Your Back program that has weekly coaching call, the videos and live classes and all that, I'm adding 6-month post-care as bonus. What this means is that for 8 weeks, we're going to start the program on 8/26, so 2 weeks from now. So 8-week program, you will have weekly coaching call, weekly videos to follow, and more of an intensive care, weekly tracking. And then 6-month post-care is maybe more like bi-weekly call. I will give you the list of call dates as well when you join. And then you will be able to access the recordings, as you know, it is evergreen recordings. And then you will have that community factor still for 6 months. So I found this is a lot more effective for some of my previous clients to stay on course with the community, with the live coaching calls. So I'm adding essentially 6 months to the 8-week program, so it'll become 8-month program. Let's hear from Paula. She'd taken my class, and again, she loves that she has the confidence to the life again. She has the confidence because she knows what to do when there's back flare up. She found that alignment, and her pain level decreased, but also she feels that she knows now exactly what to do if she has like a long flight to take, or she has like a challenging situation where she has to stand up for 2 hours. She knows exactly what to do because of this program. Kashi is one of my most recent clients, and I will actually share his video because he has so many good things to say. But he was actually really, again, leaning into the program, and within just a couple of weeks, he said, again, not my words, he said he could feel the difference, and the spondylolisthesis was his main cause of back pain. But now he feels like not only he decreased the pain, he actually, I would say like 6 weeks in, I think Kashi was almost kind of already got it. And he was kind of back to his normal life. And now he does all the things that he enjoys, like weightlifting. And again, Kashi, if you're listening to this, like props to you. You really put in the work, and I'm so happy for your success. Number 3, accountability and check-in. Like all of these reviews say, again, you're not going to be alone. You're going to be with me. You're going to be with other people struggling from back pain. And so let me just go through some quick FAQs. What does the program exactly include, right? Again, I value clarity. I value consistency. So week by week cases, you will see when you join the program today, you'll be able to see the first week content, but it'll have 30 plus videos about your back pain, your life hacks, your lifestyle coaches, just fundamental knowledge that you need to have in order to gain control in your life. So I don't go through like all the anatomy stuff, but I go through the very bare minimum things that you need to know in order to improve your life quality. Practical movement hacks, all of these will be given to you at the student portal, and these will be evergreen lifetime access videos. What if I'm not athletic? I would say no problem, because this is honestly, I've seen a lot of non-athletic people and they have joined the program. They successfully carried it out. It's very low impact and very doable at home. You don't really need special equipment. I may ask you to like buy props that are like $10, like, or, again, you don't have to buy it from me. If you just have it, you can just use that as well. But like bands or balls, but really it's not like a jumping up and down exercise. It's very low impact and it's very doable. How do you work out when you have pain? So again, this goes back to, this is a great question. This is why Pilates is unique. Earlier, I told you that Pilates allows you to separate the weaker muscle from stronger muscle. And you can separate those weak muscles and then only train those. So that's why my program is Pilates inspired. And you can totally work the muscles, even when you're in pain. What results can I expect after Bulletproof Your Back program? So here's the deal. In 8 weeks, I'm not going to say, oh, your back pain will be totally gone. Well, if someone's saying that, run, because that's not true. Everybody works differently. But what I can tell you is that in 8 weeks, your pain will significantly decrease. Given that you put 20 minutes a day, significantly decrease. I can tell you that confidently. I've seen it multiple times throughout my clients. And also, what I can also guarantee is that you will feel stronger control of your life. So even if you have back pain flare up, you will know exactly what to do. Boom, boom, boom. You will know the exercises. You will know the stretches to do. And you will know the remedies that you need to bake into your life. So you will feel like not being controlled by back pain, right? And that adds huge confidence level to your life. Do the videos expire after 8 months? No, you'll have lifetime access. So weekly group coaching calls and recordings will be given to you. So you don't have to worry like, oh, what if like I'm in a different country, time zones don't match, I have to work that time. Doesn't matter. I will be sharing the recordings right after. So you can join. You can even submit your questions in advance. You can email me, DM me, or we post on my Facebook group so that you can get the answer that you need. The complete Bulletproof Your Back program experience includes all of these wonderful things. Again, I have done this, so I can confidently say, in researching alternative solutions, I personally have spent easily tens of thousands of dollars. When I added these, just the basic things that you do, it's easily $12,000 plus value. And today, the price to roll in BYB is $15.97 USD for 8 weeks plus bonus 6-month ongoing coaching. I've never done this before. But even better today, I told you at the end there was a discount. If you join this webinar and within this week, it will be offered at $12.97 for 8 months. That's like not even $200 per month. So the ROI is clear. You can spend all this money on temporary relief that doesn't really quite understand your back, or you can join my program, fast track your progress. And as if that's not good enough, I'm also offering, for those of you who are finding even $12.97 a little bit too much lump sum payment, For the first time, I'm offering a monthly installment payment because the program goes for 8 months. I want you to just have an option. Again, it's a little bit more. It will be, but I think it's still discount to compare to the regular price. So you'll pay $197 per month, every month, just for 8 weeks, and then it'll stop. So it's not perpetual 197. It's only a month installment payment. So I'd like to pack it with value. So today, because I know that posture is one of the most important things in alleviating back pain, there is this Desk Pilates Posture Corrections mini course that I have. And I actually give this to a San Francisco-based tech company called Gusto as part of their employee benefit program. And I sell this actually for $197. But today, if you join, I will bake this into the program. I'll give this as a free bonus. And this is the last thing. Just today and tomorrow, so it ends at the end of Tuesday, I will give you $100 off, one off for subscription, and then one off, $100 off. So it'll end up being $11.97 for the whole program if you join today. And it'll be $97 for the first month if you do the split pay. And because I believe that it is fair for you to have a chance to sneak peek into my program, if you feel that this is totally not something that you want after joining my program, you can, I'm giving you a 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked, just 7 days, right? Before we start the program on August 26th, I can give you the money back. So just have that peace of mind. I'm that confident that my program will be beneficial for you. And so it's your choice. And I'm guaranteeing you this will work for you. I've seen many clients who have a new life now after this program. If you're all of these, and if you want to regain your life control without the worry of back pain, this is a program that will really significantly help you. Just think about it. What would you do if you're completely free from back pain? What would you do? Is that taking, like me, like a bunch of dance classes? Is it going back to going to long distance travel with your family? Or is that just picking up your child without the worry of doing so? Just think about that life. What if you can only invest 20 to 30 minutes a day and achieve that dream in the next 8 weeks? It starts with small action and accountability, okay? And again, your back transformation is not that far away from you. I'm inviting you to BYB program today, and I'll be sharing the links to join right after this webinar. So I hope to really see you inside the Bulletproof Your Back program. And that is the end of the official part of my webinar. But I do want to check and see if there were any questions. Perfect, I can see. All right. So Gina, Leah, I need to jump off, but I love the webinar. So glad to hear about the journey. And then can you send me some? Gina, I will send you the information. And yeah. So again, I hope this was helpful. You will receive all the recordings and all the emails about the information. Again, the cart closes this Friday, so please act quickly, and you get that additional $100 off if you join today and tomorrow. So I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining, and hope to bulletproof your back and stay healthy. All right. See you soon. Bye-bye.